Today, we're going to explore the side of FiveM that no one talks about. Now, I'm sure you guys are familiar with FiveM being the platform for roleplay.
Can't do that. Stop enforcing that LAO. You need to leave now before you get shot.
But this isn't all FiveM's about. Today, I'm going to be joining a number of FiveM servers that aren't just about roleplay, and they're about something completely opposite. Most of these are free roam servers or a battle royale type of server, and it's something not a lot of people touch on. But this type of server on FiveM are actually some of the most popular FiveM servers that are going, but for some reason, no one on YouTube or the internet really makes content on this. So I thought I'd bring these servers to light and maybe try and get a few of you on FiveM, because RP isn't necessarily what it's about, and I know RP is not for everyone. The first one we're going to be joining is this server right here, RSM Free Roam. Now, back in the day when I used to play FiveM all the time, I'm not saying that I don't play FiveM quite often these days, but this was the server that I enjoyed the most. It's a free roam server, it's a bit like Forza, it's not RP, and to be honest with you, back in the day I also wasn't a massive fan of roleplay either, purely because I didn't have the confidence to go on game chat. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. But we're going to join RSM Free Roam, we're going to free roam around, we're going to see what we can get up to, and hopefully this is a bit more enjoyable than your typical RP server. Okay, so when you load into RSM, you have an option of joining two different types of game servers. One is a sandbox and PvP server, which is pretty much like GTA 5 online but with mods, and the other one is a chill and drift server. I'm not going to lie, I don't really want to have a PvP experience. I've done my time on GTA 5 online, getting absolutely bummed by people on oppressors and things like that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to join the chill and drift server and let's just enjoy playing GTA for once. Okay, so first things first, I guess in this sort of free roam server, if you look on the map, there's a couple of things to do, like car meet spots, which is really cool. And I think there's maybe some races and customization zones and things like that. But I want to spawn in a car, get ourselves a really cool ass car, and we'll go and maybe see if we can get to a car meet. Another really useful thing that RSM has is you can actually override the server time on the client side. So it doesn't mean you always have to drive around at night, because I'm not going to lie, most of the time I don't want to drive around in the night time. We can use their RSM FiveM menu that they customized. We can go into world related options and change the time. I'm going to change it to noon because for some reason I just despise driving around in the night. Okay, so I spawned in a Bugatti type of thing. Unfortunately, all of the cars in this server are FiveM law friendly because of FiveM's new TOS where you can't have custom vehicles. I remember back in the day we had all these cool cars like Ferraris and things like that, but times have changed. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But I went through with the same menu and I customized the car. I don't know, this is sort of the spec that I'd have a Bugatti in. It's really cool and sophisticated, and I really like white wheels or cream wheels, which we've got right now. I know maybe some of you guys disagree with this spec, right? But this is my sort of thing. So I think what we're going to do now is maybe see if we can get into a car meet or do a couple of races. Okay, so I teleported on over to the race circuit, I believe, which is at the airport in Los Santos. And I think we can do some races here. So I guess the first thing we do is click E to start the race. And here we go. We're going to start the race. I don't think we're racing anyone, so I think we're just racing on our own. Even then, this is quite fun. So I'm assuming we have to drive to each checkpoint, which is maybe this like mechanic thing. But holy crap, is this car fast. This is really, really fast. And I'm pretty sure this airport is going to make for a pretty good circuit. So yeah, I guess if you have enough people on the server, this would actually be a bit more enjoyable. But unfortunately, in this lobby, there's only 15 out of 33 players that are actually on total on the server. Back in the day, it used to be a lot more popular. I don't know if that's because maybe I'm in the EU server. Maybe American one's a bit more popular, but even then, I'm actually still really enjoying this because this is the sort of thing that me and the boys used to do back on GTA 5 Online, but we can do this with actual mods and not being harassed in GTA Online. So it's actually pretty fun. Okay, so I think we're approaching maybe one of the last corners here, and this is a couple of laps. I'm not entirely sure. I think we are about to approach to the exit here. Okay, boom, and we completed the race. It's actually really fun. One thing I noticed whilst we were doing the race, that if we hit a sick drift, we even have like a drift skill chain, which is almost like Forza Horizon, what they had for a long time. And there's also like some sort of experience point system, which is also really cool. I think this is a great server to just give you like playability and things like that, even though you're not doing roleplay. Because I know everyone gets sick of roleplayers sometimes, especially when you haven't maybe joined a whitelisted server and the roleplay sort of sucks because everyone playing the server is like 12. This is a great alternative. Okay, so I noticed something on the map called Bowling Alley, which is something I've never seen before since the last time I was on this server. And it looks like we can actually play bowling, which I guess is another benefit of this server. We can create a game. It looks like you can maybe play with friends too, but at the minute we have no friends. We can even create a name for our character here to go on like the board. So I guess we click start and we can begin bowling. Press E to take a ball, E to play. I guess we just launch it. Okay, so how does this work? Select initial bowling ball position. Now we need to select when we do it. Boom, right in the middle. Select to spin the bowling ball. I don't know how you spin the bowling ball. This way? Like this. Select throw power. Boom, maximum power. Here we go. Oh, okay, that was not too bad. This is actually a really cool mini game. It's actually really well made. Okay, so we got another bowling ball. We got 6 pins on that go right here. So I guess we just take the ball and play again. We need to pick our bowling ball position. We'll go for this angle this time. We'll go for here. And I guess maybe we want to spin, which is like this direction and this power. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm doing. We got 1 pin left. That was almost a full set of pins in that go. We got 8 total in that go. I'm pretty sure there's more than 8. Usually we only had 1 left. I don't really know how that works, but that's actually a really cool mini game that you can play. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to check out was this custom map here. For some reason it doesn't show on the map. It would be good if it did, because I don't think many people really know about it. Maybe they do, I'm not sure, but I didn't know about it until I saw these random points in the middle of the map. But it looks like we've got a drift map here. So I spawned in a car, and I think I put like a drift tune on it. And I think we can give drifting a little bit of a go and maybe try and get on the drift leaderboards right now. So let's see what this is like. I'm guessing we just drive around. Oh yeah, we got a drift tune. Look at this drift score, and this custom map is really good. I'm not too good at drifting, but this drift tune is actually really good. Oh yeah, we're ruining the drift. Yeah, but the drift score is getting there, and we're on top of the leaderboards right now. It doesn't seem like anyone else is doing it, but it's almost like too easy to drift right now. Like all I gotta do is just go flat out and do a little bit of a counter steering, and I'm not too good on keyboard, but this is actually pretty enjoyable. It makes it easy, but almost still a little bit challenging. You have to do a little bit of counter steering, maybe slow down in the corners, but this map is designed for it 100%. This is literally just a drift map, and we can chuck it in at any angle. Oh, we've crashed. I was gonna say we can chuck it in at any angle and we seem to be okay, but we just ended our drift skill chain there, 423,000. We'll see if we can beat it, and maybe then we'll move on to the next server. We'll see if we can beat the drift score first. I think I know what I'm doing now. Just got to hold this drift for as long as possible. Try not to make it end. I'm not entirely sure. But I think we beat our drift score so far. We're almost like we're 500,000 now. But I think I've just messed it up. If we can keep going, I don't have any idea when the drift score ends though. But it seems like we can drift around this whole map. And you can see our sick ass underglow now. But this is actually really cool. Okay, so our drift score ended then, and we almost leveled up, but we got to a drift score of 1.1, almost 1.2 million, and it seems like we're at the top of the leaderboards right now. It's probably because absolutely no one is doing it, but that's actually a really cool map, and you can even see the city from here. But I think that's the end of RSM. I think it's a really good server if you guys are looking for something alternative to do. But now we're going to join maybe another server with some mini games and things like that, which I think you guys are going to be familiar with. Ready to launch your own FiveM server but don't know where to start? HTNetwork's new starter kits are here to change that. Get FiveM server hosting and a pre-built auto-install FiveM server all in one kit at a discounted price. Choose from our Cubicle all-in-one, B-menu starter or advanced, or our exclusive HTNFW package. Each starter kit includes 10% off the server package plus 10% off the VPS for 3 months, perfectly matched to your setup. Start strong, save more, only at HTNetwork.one. Okay, so the next server we're going to be joining is called Arena. You guys are probably familiar with this if you watched one of my previous videos where we did touch on Arena in regards to paid promotion on FiveM. But when we played it, it was actually pretty cool. And this one is not RP. It's almost like a PvP minigame sort of thing where you can have tournaments, but we do have free roam too. But I think we're going to try the other side of it where we can play King of the Hill and gun games. Something a little bit different, something that isn't RP. Let's hop in it and see what we can get up to. So here we go, we're in Arena, and Arena is actually a really cool type of server where you can play mini games and different things, and it's almost like a Call of Duty Fortnite thing built inside of FiveM. It's really well made. So I'm going to play some mini games. I want to do, maybe we'll do a, whatever the hell this is, Hop Out 5 versus 5 Storm. No idea what that is. The last time I played the server was on that video, and I've never played it since, and I never played it prior. So we'll do Hop Out, we'll hop in, hop out, and see what it's like. Okay, so never mind, it would appear hop outs. For some reason I had the queue and it didn't really work, so we're going to try the mini games instead. It looks like Extinction has got the most players, so we'll hop in here and we'll see what it's like. I have absolutely no idea, so let's see what we can do. I guess maybe this is the lobby, we can get loadouts and things like that, and then we launch in. Okay, so it would appear that basically for loadout I have nothing because I've never played before. So now we just pick our spawn and we spawn in. So I'm going to spawn from the observatory right in the middle of the map. I think this is a good spawn, maybe away from people, because I feel like the city is going to be incredibly busy. So I guess we'll spawn in here and we'll see what we get up to. I'm pretty sure this is going to be some weird PvP lobby. And I think I just spawned where we were anyway, which was the observatory. So I think we're good to just leave as far as I'm aware. I think we were already actually in the game. We just sort of now have to figure a way out. I don't really know how we're meant to leave though. Okay, so this is really confusing. I spawned somewhere else and it says we can't spawn a vehicle here. So I think we need to maybe do it whilst we're outside of the zone if we press M. And then it doesn't work, but I've got the vehicle like equipped in my inventory. I don't really know what I'm meant to do. If I press 1 maybe. Oh, here we go. So yeah, now we're driving in the vehicle, but I have absolutely no idea where we go. I can't really see anything on the map here. So I don't really know how I'm meant to get a weapon because I don't have a weapon whatsoever. And the marketplace, you have to buy them. I don't have any money. So I think we need to figure out a way on how we earn money, but not really seeing what we do. It's a zombie if we just run him over. I think that's maybe part of the game. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I was driving around and I went into some zone and it appeared that's where everyone was, but the thing I don't understand is I have no weapons to do anything. I think it's almost like some weird ass pay to win system. I don't really know how I'm meant to get a weapon besides kill people, but I don't know how I'm meant to kill people if I don't have a weapon. So I'm not entirely sure of how the hell I'm meant to do this. Like the attachment saying I have no weapons. I have no idea what I'm meant to do in this case. Like, where do I pick up a weapon from? Oh, never mind. I found a weapon. I think I just put that in my backpack and now I have a weapon, but I've lost my car now. So I don't know how the hell I'm meant to get a car. Okay, so I've got a weapon and I think I now just need to somehow get the hell out of here. These zombies just run after you, but you don't seem to get any points for the zombies. So I'm not entirely sure what I need to do. Last time I had a car. I don't have a car this time. And there's no way I can kill people when they have like the machine guns and things like that. So I'm completely lost on what I need to do. Okay, so I found a car here on the map. I'm praying to God I can get in it. If I don't get hit by a car, that was hella close. Hopefully I can drive this car. Okay, sick. We got a car and we can drive it. We can just nick a car. Can I pull out a weapon whilst we're driving? I don't really know. One? No, we can't drive. We can't shoot and kill. Oh, we just got hit by the back of a car. I'm gonna hit a U-turn. He's still chasing us. I don't get the purpose of this whatsoever. Oh, he's out the car. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna run away. What do I do in this case? I don't really understand. People just like seem to bully you in this whole server if you don't have like stick-ass weapons. So I don't really know how you're meant to start in this case. Like people just jumping around in cars and then they get out of the car and they just shoot you. Like what is the point in this game server right now? It's literally like GTA 5 online, but even worse. This guy's just been following me around. Like what is the point in this? What is the fun? It's literally just GTA online, but worse. So I don't get the point entirely. And they just kill you. So if you don't have an automated weapon, this just absolutely sucks. I think we're going to move on to the next game mode. This one I really don't see the point in. If you don't have pay to win and you don't have a weapon and things like that, then there's no way you can do anything because you're not going to be able to kill someone with an automated weapon if you don't have one. And in order to do that, you need to kill someone or buy one. And I'm not spending any money on this server. And now I can't even figure out how to leave it. This is unfortunately like a really poorly documented server. If you don't know what you're doing and you haven't got pay to win and you don't know how to kill people properly because you haven't got a good weapon, this is pointless. And I can't even leave the server properly. The only way I can do it is by pausing the game. They don't even have a custom pause menu, which is strange. And then somehow just, I guess, disconnecting from the server, which disconnects you to FiveM entirely. So I think they need to work on that a little bit. It might just be me, but from an outside perspective, that is hella confusing. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that server. I'm not going to lie. I don't enjoy that server as much as you guys seem to enjoy it in the comment section. I think it's pretty pointless and really annoying like GTA 5, and it seems a bit pay to win unless you've already got your foot through the door. I can't be asked for that. I've left GTA 5 online for that reason. So the next one I'm going to join is this one right here. It came up on the side of the server list, so it must be pretty good as FiveM suggested. It's called Megas Games, which has game mode, sumo, races, PvP, and free roam. That sounds a little bit like my cup of tea. Maybe we can do some races and things like that and see what it's like. Okay, so unfortunately that server that we just tried to join wouldn't let us join because we had a modded file of GTA 5. It required you to have a completely clean file of GTA, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not prepared to completely mess up my GTA just so I can play that server. That sort of locking to a clean GTA 5 really annoys me, and I don't think any server should make you do that because realistically, no one's just going to be playing that one server on their own, and no one's going to be prepared to make a completely clean copy just to play that server. So I think that's a little bit selfish, and if you run a server, please don't do that. That just completely sucks ass. So instead, we're going to play a completely different server called G-Life. Again, this is not RP. The whole purpose of this video, it's got extension and roleplay and hopefully some little mini games that we can play. Let's join it and let's see what it's about. Okay, so we're loaded in. I just made a character. In all fairness, the character creation screen was actually really cool. But I believe this server might be mainly French because judging by the translation, some things are in English and some things are still in French, so I'm not entirely sure. But this player base may be entirely French. Who knows? I might be like the only British person on here. I don't really know. These servers aren't the things I typically play, but they are really interesting. So I think we're gonna play maybe this one right here, maybe Extinction, which is very similar to that game that we played earlier, or maybe we can play one of these like a gun game. Actually, I reckon we'll hop in free roam and maybe we'll do some racing. It says free roam has some racing, etc., whatever that means. So let's hop in free roam. We'll do friendly and racing, and let's see what we can get up to. Here's the character that I made, pretty random, and the character creation screen was good though, so got to give props to them for that. Looks like there's a couple of races across the map. I don't really know again how you're meant to spawn anything. It would be nice if they gave you like a little pop-up menu which said how you spawn things. It looks like that's where all the players are. Someone's like a pig or something. That's interesting. So I guess we spawn something somehow. Here we go. We got an interaction menu. I guess we can spawn a vehicle through the vehicles, and let's go try and do a race. Okay, so I've spawned in a car. I'm pretty sure this is just a standard GTA 5 car on GTA 5 Online on one of the latest updates. I'm not entirely sure. But again, all the cars are law friendly because of FiveM's sucky TOS. Okay, so I teleported over to a race, and I think it's really similar to RSM. We just press E to join a race. And it looks like we spawned in a car, and we start in 30 seconds. So maybe again, we need other players. I don't really know how it works, but my car's just sort of sat there. I guess that's going to despawn in a minute. It looks like we're going to race around the map, but again, it doesn't really look like we have enough players in this server in order for the racing to be good, and it sort of looks like people are driving around. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure this race again doesn't have any NPCs or anything like that. We're just going to be racing against ourselves. Okay, here we go. So there's a guy there who looks like he's going to start the race, and we just go. Okay, boom. So we're in first place, which is no surprise since we are like the only players, and I guess we just go around to the waypoints. This one tells us where we need to go. This one's a little bit more of a fun race than the LS one. It said we need to go this way, but now I have no idea. We have to... How am I going to fit down here? I don't know what I'm meant to do in this circumstance. How am I meant to get... Oh, okay. I should have just driven through the middle of the things. I think now I'm stuck. Yeah, we ain't fitting through there. I think we got to restart from where we were earlier. I think we drive through the middle. I don't know how you're meant to get around here. There's no way you can drive through the middle. I don't know how I can fit through here. Then I can't angle the car through here. So what am I meant to do? Oh, I'm just going to drive around here then. I don't really know what else I'm meant to do. We just got to get to this checkpoint somehow, and it says to go this way. That is the most confusing thing ever. Now we go this way, and again we've got some weird ass dead end, but maybe we can fit through here this time. Who even knows? Okay, we fit through, and here's the checkpoint. This one's a little bit more interesting than the last races we've been doing. I got to give it to them, but it's hella confusing. Okay, yeah, I have no idea how I'm meant to fit through these gaps because this car does not do that. So I'm just gonna have to go around somehow, but this car is not fitting through these gaps. What am I meant to do in this case? Like, it doesn't say anything. Like, how am I meant to get through there? Do I just go around now? What is going on? I guess I'm just gonna go around. Like, this makes no sense to me. We'll just go back the way we came and go all the way around. What is the point if you can't fit through the gaps? Does it even make the race particularly like enjoyable? There's the waypoint, and it's then we're gonna need to go right again. So what on earth is the point in this? Okay, so now we just got to go around here again, I guess. And again, we're not going to be able to fit through here because we know we didn't the last time. So I guess we just go all the way around the containers. I'm not really sure if there's many laps on this. Hopefully not, because this is going to take a long time. And this one, you just have to flip a UE. Like, what's the point in this? How is this a race? I don't really think that the waypoint system is working particularly well. I know that maybe the obstacles are there for a reason, but I'm not really entirely sure you're meant to do. Okay, this one I have absolutely no idea how I'm meant to get there. You can't fit through these containers because everything's in your way, and there's literally no way you can get in there. Apparently it's in the middle here somewhere, but how am I meant to get there? That's the point I don't understand, and it's so unclear. They need to give you instructions before you start the race. It's up there. How am I meant to get up there? I need to figure a way how to get on top of these containers. This is such a sucky minigame, and it's ended. It's just ended randomly. I guess we ran out of time, but honestly, I think the mod creators of this server need to do some sort of instructions on what the whole point of this minigame is. If you've never played the server before, how are you meant to know what to do? Okay, so the last and final one we're going to hop into is Transport Tycoon. This one looks like it has a couple of servers based on the location, and it does look a little bit different to all the rest of them. So you guys said in the last video that we did touch on this server very, very briefly. We didn't really play too much. It was sort of like an investigation into it, but you guys said that it was actually a really good server, and it seems different to most of them. And of course, we're not looking for your typical RP server in this video, so let's join it, let's see what we can get up to, and let's see what sort of transport we can do. Okay, so we spawned in to the server, and it seems it saved our last thing from when we were an airline pilot in the last video. That was our job, but I've changed it to become a bus driver. That seemed like something random and maybe something a little bit enjoyable with a bit of playability. So hopefully that's the case, but for some reason, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how the hell I am actually meant to like teleport around and spawn a vehicle. Zero ways of telling me how to do that. So I've just nicked a random NPC's vehicle and now we're just driving to what I think is probably the bus depot. Okay, so it turns out I got it wrong. I made it to the bus depot, but it turns out you have to buy a bus first from the vehicle dealership or something like that. So apparently that's what I need to go and do. I guess that's what we're going to go and do, is going to drive now to the dealership and then we come back to the depot maybe to start some routes, but we got to go on to the next place. Okay, so I'm at the dealership and it turns out that this is how we buy a bus. We have to buy the rental bus or something for 25 grand. Luckily, we do have the money for that, but if we didn't, then I don't know what we're meant to do, but this is the only one we can get because otherwise we're not at the right level. So I guess we just purchase this one and we get to work. You can now access it from your garage. And I think there's a garage just outside of this dealership, I think, right here where this blue zone is. And we'll just ignore my my old car that I stole. Yeah, so if we open the garage here and go to buses, we should be able to spawn our bus. Okay, there we go. Rental shuttle bus was created by the Fenton, apparently, whoever that guy is. So I guess now we can go to the bus depot and maybe begin some routes. That would make sense. Okay, so here we are. Apparently this is press E to start a shuttle bus route. Okay, there we go. And now we start. This is actually pretty cool. Better than I thought. It seems like a bit of a PvP lobby stall with all the like the chaos. You can just see there that guy ran over a fire hydrant. But now we can start shuttle bus routes. It actually like sort of relates to the vehicle you're driving. So we're doing shuttle bus routes to the airport. That's actually pretty neat. And you can see on the map here that there are speed cameras and things like that, and you do get fined. I think this is actually the server that I'm enjoying the most. You can see if we go through there. Oh, actually we didn't get a speed camera, but if we were going over the speed limit, probably because we can't in this car because it's so slow, we would have got a speed fine. But this is actually probably my favorite server so far. It has the most playability, even though the menus are kind of sucky and they're a bit outdated. I think I've just noticed we're doing it wrong. We actually need to go to the bus stops first. I've done it all wrong. I was just driving straight to the airport. We need to do the first bus stop point and then we drive to the airport. We need to pick people up first. So I'm guessing we need to first of all do R1 LSIA shuttle stop at Textile City, which is I think is all the way back down to the bus station. Though this waypoint isn't making it very clear. I'm going to come back to here and start from here again, and I think maybe then we should be on the right path. So I would assume that the one on the right here, which is bigger, is the first one we stop at. Yeah, here we go. So we just pull up into this box, I think, and then we pick people up. Fully stop before boarding. Okay, and I guess now we have boarded some passengers, so I think we move on to the next one now. Oh, please remain still while boarding. Okay, never mind. We need to wait. Okay, boom. So we received 3K. Jeez. And now we move on to the next one. Apparently this is one of 24 different stops. So I guess we now move on to the next route. I'll maybe speed through this one so you guys don't have to painfully watch every single bus stop route. Okay, so you guys probably just saw that our game crashed midway on doing the bus routes. I have no idea why. I don't know if that was a server thing or a FiveM thing, because even though Rockstar owns FiveM, FiveM still absolutely sucks with bugs. You would think that when they bought it, they would sort of fix things, but it didn't. So we crashed halfway through, and I just spawned back in, and I think that this is our bus. I think it will let us get in it, because it was our bus, but we've still got people in it, and I think our route has cancelled, so I don't really know what we're meant to do now, because we can't continue our routes, but we've still got passengers in our bus here, so I'm not entirely sure what we're meant to do. Maybe we'll go and try a different job. Okay, so rather going to get a new job, I thought I'd try and understand the playability of the server a bit more, and I realized that obviously you earn money whilst you actually do your job. So I think in the vehicle shop, for example, you can buy like non-job things. Actually, it doesn't seem like you can, so I don't really understand why you earn the money, but I saw people driving around in cool cars. Maybe I'm in the wrong location. It says just job vehicles only. So, oh no, here we go. So you can, okay. So yeah, so you can buy non-job vehicles. I think maybe you can buy like supercars and things like that, which are really expensive. I don't really think, okay, here we go. So we could get a nice muscle car. Let's buy this, purchase. Boom, we purchased a muscle car and we can now just access it from the garage. So I think I sort of understand the point of this server. It's literally like a, sort of like a Job Tycoon, where you can do different jobs, earn money, and the money actually has a purpose, right? So you can go buy cars, you can buy houses and things like that, which is actually cool. So it's sort of like GTA RP, but without the RP aspect, and you can do it on your own. So honestly, I think that if you guys are fed up of doing your typical RP servers and having to deal with all of the absolute bollocks that comes with playing a roleplay server, especially if it's not whitelisted on FiveM, I'd really recommend checking out servers like these, or even the servers that I played in this video, and giving them a go, because they're actually really, really fun. And not everything on FiveM has to be about roleplay. You can actually do other things as well. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below what video you guys want to see next. Be sure to check out my website at HTNetwork.1 down in the description below. If you guys are looking to set up your own FiveM server, we can get you kickstarted with our fully modded servers and even our own custom framework. And if you guys are in the need of server hosting, we have you covered with that as well with our GameFlex VPSs, all at pretty affordable prices. So check that out down in the description below, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.